welcome in, everyone. Sorry for the slight delay, but we are here. Welcome to Comic Book Women. Jen and I are happy to welcome Sarah, She Geek 78, to the show. Sarah, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. I always like coming on.
Dude, you're a lifesaver. Lucy has to take care of her little one today, so we appreciate you filling in. All right, we'll jump straight into it. Tonight we are going to be covering, first, shout out to our sponsors at Cover Price. If you look into the description and use code NERDVANA14, you get an extra discount off of their unlimited membership. It's like 99 cents for the month. Also, shout out to Bird City Comics. They're our sponsored retailers. Same deal. If you look in the description, there is a code for discounts off of their store. Tonight, we are talking Usagi Yojimbo.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Real quick. If you've watched the Netflix series, you know that technically speaking, who you see in the middle isn't the Usagi that we know. It's one of his ancestors. But
yeah.
No, sorry.
Is it the grandson?
It says a descendant. So, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a grandson. I watched episode 1 last night to kind of prep for the show. It was pretty good. It was pretty good.
It gets better.
It's kind of slow, the first episode. I was telling Anthony, I'm like, we need to get some oomph, but then I fell asleep, so we'll get there, though.
Right.
Let's see. We have Mojo Quit in the house. Welcome in. Rob, welcome. Namesh, good to see you. Toom, welcome on in. Time Traveling Nomad, good to see you as well. Paul is in the house. Paul Holloway, hello. Immortal Web. Ace Cables, still chilling. John Stout, hello. Omar. Caitlin, good to see you in. And the Pressable Defects. If you guys forgot to check out the show on Friday when we got just our asses handed to us, man. They kicked our asses. There's no other way of saying it. It was a good show, though.
Yeah.
All right. Jen, do you want to add anything before I move on from this page?
Well, I was actually kind of curious what you guys, what was your intro into Usagi?
Mine was the cartoon.
TMNT?
You know, I actually remember when this comic book actually first came out, back in, it was 84, I remember that. It was crazy. And then I think, I got to know a little bit more of it, in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cartoon. So,
what was yours, Jen?
The cartoon, and then I always wanted the toy.
You didn't get it? You didn't buy the toy?
No.
One of these days.
I was very limited.
Sarah, do you have a bird in your house?
You know what? I can go close my window. Is it that loud?
I'm hearing a bloody bird.
I live kind of in the country, and so there's wild animals everywhere. I got a fox in my backyard, so I'll go close my window.
Do you hear it, Jen? Wait, it stopped. Nope, it's there.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
You're
Keep
fine.
talking.
I swear, I had a bird like that stalked me at my old house. I would try to be sleeping, and it's all every morning. Okay. Oh, that's better. Was anybody else hearing the bird? Sorry. Yeah. Better, Sarah. Better.
Nature.
Yeah, nature. It's because they know we're talking rabbits tonight, so.
Right?
All right, let's kick it off with the stats. Guys, if you are new to the show, every single time we kind of kick it off with giving you some background information just to kind of fill you in on the details. Jen, you want to cover this for me?
Sure. So I have a hard time pronouncing things sometimes, but is it Miyamoto Usagi?
Miyamoto. You have to say it like that. You have to say the accent. Miyamoto.
And we all call him Usagi, long-eared Ronin. Mm-hmm. And powers and abilities, training the art of little help.
Oh, Bujutsu.
Art of war. Master swordsman, adaptability and unpredictability in fights, unconventional weapons, and then stats is intelligence high, speed very high, strength very high, agility and skill very high, and power is none.
Very, very good. Sarah, any random details you want to throw in there?
So this is pretty cool. I did my research and I didn't know, but Usagi Yojimbo. So Usagi is Japanese for rabbit, and Yojimbo is Japanese for bodyguard. So that's pretty cool. So
That is cool. I mean, this whole
yeah.
character is interesting. Like Jen, of course, was the one that kind of brought this to the table, but it has such a cult following. Like there's so many people out there that are just crazy about this character. So I'm excited that we're going to be covering it. Again, if you guys are new, it's going to be the top. How many books did you pick, Jen?
13.
Which was difficult, right?
It's not top books. It's just
Our top. Well, yeah.
just books. But real quick, so Stan Sakai said that he based Usagi off of Miyamoto Musashi.
You got it. You got
That was
it.
good. That was good.
Yep.
Which is like a legendary warrior. So I thought that was pretty cool. And he does a lot of research into his stories. He talks about the grass cutter, how it took him like on again, off again, 5 years of research because he wanted to add historical things into his story. And then he has like notes at the end if you want to like do further reading. Like I grew more and more in like with him.
In like with him. I like
Wow.
that. In like with him. Yeah, guys, Oppressible Defects are in the house. So make sure you have subbed up to their channel. If you haven't, you're missing out on 3 great guys. And I very rarely say this, but go back and watch last Friday's show. It was my favorite show we've ever done. It was so much fun. Okay. All right.
Say Mulligan, we were all either sleep deprived, gave birth,
or I was drunk. It's okay. You can say it. I drank a little bit before the show, and I probably shouldn't have. And I was a little tipsy.
It was a great show, you guys. Though it was a lot of fun. You guys are hilarious.
That was what is the word? Humbling.
Very humbling. I was talking so much shit to them too. I was like, "Oh, you guys are gonna get beat by girls live on TV. It's gonna be great." And then they just swept us. Anyways, we're gonna do a round 2.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a rematch. All right, let's kick the show off with a first appearance. Jen, give us the stats.
So this is Albedo Anamorphics. It's from Thoughts and the publisher is Thoughts and Images. Came out in 1984. May 1st, a 9.2 sold for $9,600.
Wow.
And a raw, which I think the asterisk means it's been 6 months for a raw, $8,297.
Wow. Okay. I remember McClay talking about this book a lot. I think it's one of his favorites. I think he might actually own it. So well done him. But that's an incredible amount of change to drop on this.
A cool precursor, which we didn't add because it was too many. Number 1 is a prototype. And if you find it, the dark red version is the first print. There's ballpark around 500 of that, and then a bright red version is the second print. Yeah, check the indica. Well, I guess you'll see the colors too.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, this is definitely a grail, as the chat's saying. Sarah, what do you want to add to this one?
Definite like sticker shock on that one, but I like this cover. I think it's really kind of like kind of shows you who Usagi really is. He's this really great samurai, and I like the way how he's kind of like looking around the corner and he's got his samurai sword like ready. I think it's just a great cover. It says it all.
It's simplistic, but it has a message to it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree. But 9,600, so that's for a 9.2, guys, and it is on an upward trend. Whew. If I could get it graded, that's the way I would go with this one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I would take a beat up copy.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. A graded one would be nice. This is like hang it above. Take your family photo down above the mantle and put this up instead,
Right. You're my family now, Usagi.
I don't feel bad about saying it. Ant said if there was a fire, he would save the pug first. Yeah. Very sweet. All right, next up, what do we got?
This is Albedo number 3, the second appearance. On the back, there's a large image done by Stan Sakai. And the cover is by Stephen. Dang it. It's Gallacci.
Wait, you said it too fast. G-I what?
Gallacci.
Galicio? Galicio.
That sounds good.
That sounds
Yep.
right. Let's go with
Yeah.
that. No
Good
worries.
job.
Thanks. Nailed it.
Yep.
All right. So we're looking at 1400 for a 9.8 and a raw comic at 128. I have never seen this one out in the wild. I have seen Albedo number 2 out, but again, it was on like a wall or at a con or whatever, but I've never seen this one. Have you guys?
No, I didn't even know this, was an important book. So, yeah.
It wouldn't really grab your attention just seeing the cover. You wouldn't go, oh, okay, this is definitely a key appearance, whatever. But
Right.
it's an interesting one. Yeah, for $128, guys, if you're out and you're hunting and you happen to spot this, I would snag it up in a heartbeat. Get that bad boy graded, whatever. What do you think, Jen?
Yeah. I mean, any of the Albedo, it's been on my radar for a long time. I've come across the number 0, but that came out later. But I've never come across the original, like this series.
I saw number 2 at a con a few years back. I think it was in Phoenix, actually. I don't remember what it was going for, but I just remember going, oh, there's Maclay's book, because that's how I used to identify it, as Maclay's book. But this is a more reasonable buy for sure, guys, if you can't get the first appearance. That's typically why Jen includes the second appearances, just in case it's a little bit outside your price range, or even if you want to just use it as a placeholder until you're able to get the grail. All right. Anything to add to this one, ladies?
What is that? Is it a chipmunk or is it a squirrel? What is this?
It looks like what are those mean creatures? The ones, they're like squirrely and they steal things. Come on.
Squirrels?
This is why we lost that Pictionary. No, not a squirrel.
Like a
No, not a squirrel.
a muskrat?
Yes, maybe. I don't think that's what I was thinking. No.
Ace Cable is saying, oh man, I'm so bad at pronouncing things.
Tanuki.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a tanuki, but what? It's a ferret. That's what I was going for. A ferret. This is why we lost, Jen.
You don't know your animals.
It's squirrel.
We're not in sync yet.
A squirrel? No, Jen.
It's a tanuki.
A gopher? Okay. Japanese raccoon. There we go. It does kind of look like a weasel too, though. I was thinking either a weasel or a ferret, but anyways, gotta love comic book women, huh?
Middle face. That's funny.
That's cute. All right, moving on. So now we have Albedo number 4. Go ahead and tell us why we include this, Jen.
This is the 3rd appearance. This came out in 1985, and Stan Sakai did the script and the art and the cover.
Yeah, that's a nice one too. Another really solid cover, and this is a little bit more affordable. 120 for the raw. We're looking at 1440 for the 9.8. It's surprising that it's on a downward trend. I don't know if I would necessarily base too much of my decision off of that. I think these are all solid books to hold long term. This is a good one. What do you think, Sarah?
Yeah, I've never seen this book either, and the cover is I like that a lot of these covers, like Usagi is kind of like right dead center. He's like right there, and I like this one because he's staring you down with the ninja animals behind him. So yeah, I think it's a really cool cover, and like you're saying, 3rd appearance, 4th appearance, whatever. These books are going to be special someday.
What's fun is when you go to a store and they're like, oh, we don't have much Marvel DC. We have a bunch of different kind of books in that one box. And I'm like, and I'm always hoping to find one of these.
You never know. But
True.
Lord of Brooklyn has a point here. When the animated trailer is released, all the Usagi books will go up. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much how this is going to work. Again, though, I've never seen this out in the wild, but you never know, Jen. It could happen. I keep waiting for somebody watching our shows one day to message us and be like, I found this in a back issue bin, just like Jen said. But not yet.
You always have the hunter's luck.
Wait, I found a Thor book that we talked about at an antique mall. It's a little chewed up, but I paid, I think, $2 for it. And it was about, it's some god or something like that in it. And then I also found the magic cover where it has Amit in it. So, and I got that for $2. So thank you, comic book
Hey.
women, for helping me find those books.
That makes me feel better. All right. Time well spent.
Exactly.
No, not the one that's on Netflix. We're talking about the animated one that they haven't. I don't think there's any information on what it's even going to look like yet. Or am I wrong there?
There's another one coming too, I heard.
It is going to be in space, or it's going to be in the future. So, Usagi is in, was it the 26th century, I believe?
The original?
Yeah.
17th.
17th. This one's going to be in the future. And I know the date of it will be August 28th of this year. That's when it'll be coming out. So
the Netflix one is out, and I recommend if you have younger kids. I mean, I tend
boring. Episode 1 was boring.
Give it to episode 3. I liked the message that it gave at the end. You're like, oh, that's actually a good message for people to know, even adults. And then it's not. I think if you are coming from TMNT and Usagi proper, you're like, what is this? This isn't really. It's his ancestor, and there's like bits and pieces, but like just changed. But if you have kids, or you know someone that's younger, or you just have an open mind, I think give it a chance. It's a good intro for them into this world.
I agree. I think I should have Adam watch it. All right, guys, before we move on, really quickly, if you haven't already, do us a favor and give the show a thumbs up. That means a lot to the algorithm that is YouTube, and it helps us get more subs. That's another thing. We're still building our subs. If you haven't already, please subscribe and even share us out to somebody that you think might enjoy our shows. We go live twice a week. Tuesday is Comic Book Women. It's a market report. And Friday is just, how would you describe Friday, Jen?
We've been doing a lot of games lately.
It's definitely a lot of games on Fridays.
Not your typical show.
Yeah, it's a little, but there's always some sort of value added to our humiliation, like last week.
Friday fun
day, yeah.
Yep.
It's a good way to kick off the weekend. So yeah, okay, moving on. Next up, this is somebody in the chat was talking about this earlier. Critters #1. Jen, give us the details.
So this is from Fantagraphics, 1986. The cover isn't by Stan, it's by somebody else. It said Quagmire, but then I kept thinking Family Guy. Anyway, so Stan Sakai does the insides, and he writes and draws Usagi stories. It seems like the Albedo and Fantagraphics mishmash is actually a couple different creators taking their own characters and doing what they want, and then sometimes like crossing over. But Stan has always held the rights and will write and do the art for Usagi. And I'm blanking about the rest of this one. Sarah, do you remember? We were talking.
So this one, this is where he actually switched from. He actually got an offer to come to the Critters series, the Fantagraphics books. So this is kind of like where he jumps into, and then we start seeing the solo series. So that's what I got out of it.
Sorry, I'm responding to the chat. Guys, Ant's not here tonight. He pops on every once in a while, but he's dealing. We just launched an Ivan Tao book, Do a Power Bomb. It's like a wrestling book. Yep. I think you would like it, Jen, actually. So that's where he's at. I just wanted to point out the art on this one. This was in 86. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To me, this screams 80s. Like when I look at this, that's all I see. It's very nostalgic. I think the cover's solid. For $56 for the raw, pick it up, guys. It's on an upward trend. And again, I think all of these books, especially the #1s where you have a cover appearance, are worth the long-term hold, or even just to add to your PC, guys. A 9.8 went for $405. That's not bad. It's not bad. What are you doing, Jen?
There's a lot of first appearances in this one. Sorry.
I thought you were going on eBay. I thought you were going to go on eBay.
Huh?
I thought you were going on eBay. Huh?
No. I was looking at my notes. I was like, I'm trying to remember with my brain. Write it down with my hand.
Jen and I went on a deep dive earlier today. I'm not going to get into details, but we were talking Usagi and we're texting back and forth, and I ended up spending way too much money. And then Britt gets on. She's all 94 text messages because it was a group text, but it was just Jen and I going back and forth. So poor Lucy and Britt were probably like, ding, 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 ding. But yeah,
Yay.
I spent enough money for today. I'm done. All right. Jen, do you want to add anything?
No?
No, Lord of Brooklyn. Jen was a boxer too.
Muay Thai.
Muay Thai, that's right. Muay Thai, which is like basically boxing, right?
And Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this panel of women, we can kick your guys' asses, unless it's Pictionary. Then we can't.
Lucy got mine.
Mine was so bloody. You know what? I can't. I laid in bed that night and I was like, that was clearly a llama. That was clearly a llama. Do a power bomb. Yeah, it's the wrestler meets Dragon Ball Z. That's the best way to describe that. And we were lucky enough to get Ivan Tao to be our artist. And I like his stuff. He has such an interesting style. Moving on. Okay, so we got number 1, Usagi Yojimbo. Sarah, why don't you take the lead on this one?
You want me to give the numbers? Because I can do that and tell you all the
Yeah.
good stuff. This was last recorded sales of $39.99. Graded 9.8 was $600, and raw sales averaged $39.18. And it's a cool cover. And Jen wants to talk about it.
Reprinted.
She's dying.
If you guys I can't afford unless I find it in a back issue bin or in some garage sale or flea market. I can't afford those Albedo comics. I can't. Is there the luck that you might have one day? Yes, for sure. But this Usagi Yojimbo Summer Special from 1986 is, I think, the first reprint of 2 through 4 Albedo. Plus, they put some extra additional, newer things for that time in there. So for $40, you can have that story, and I think it's the first reprint. That's why I got excited.
Yeah, that's a good reason to get excited. And it's an awesome cover. What is it? Anthony has walked in. He wants to do a giveaway. So this is what we're giving away tonight. Usagi Yojimbo Origins Volume 2.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, wow.
What do you have to do to enter?
Well, I wasn't planning. So at the very end, I'll give you guys a code word for it, and we'll do like a StreamYard giveaway style. Yeah?
Can I win?
No, you cannot win. You can't win your own panels. We can't. But maybe I'll see.
I think you can't win your own giveaway. If I gave something, I can't win. I can't go, I get to, Oh, by the way, I'm going to send those things, you guys. I'm moving, so I'm really sorry. Okay.
Oh, yeah, Jen's behind on her giveaways. All mine went out. Pressable Defects got their massive box of winnings on the way. Okay, yeah, so this is an awesome cover. I think everybody in the chat agrees. The wraparound makes this really, really cool.
It's also Usagi. It's also Sakai.
Perfect. And yeah, Uncle Aunt just popped in and gave me alcohol and a giveaway. That's a good man. Anything to add to this one?
2 thumbs up.
Yep.
It's
gorgeous.
Okay, gorgeous.
There we go.
I agree. I like the little panda. I don't know the character's name, but I like the panda on this one. That's my favorite part. But. All right, Usagi Yojimbo number 1. This is the first solo series featuring Usagi. I'm going to add my 2 cents. I know there's a second printing. And do you know how you can tell it's a second printing, Jen?
Vendisha.
What?
Well, in the back.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah.
What is that?
Use regular words, Jen. Damn it.
When you open the book and if you look really hard, there's that little paragraph. It usually will tell you second print.
The back cover of it has second printing on the back lower left-hand corner. It says second printing. Other than that, they look almost identical. So it's you can't tell them apart unless you just happen to know that. Jen, give us the stats.
So last raw sale was April 20th for $130. The average raw sale goes around 140, and a 9.8 average is 1,570. I will say, at the shop I work at, we found one.
Really?
I really wanted to keep it, but they put it on their site for $200, and someone bought it, and I was like, what?
Oh, they didn't tell you was it in good condition? Oh.
So when I saw the 130, 140, I was like, why would someone pay $200?
Well, if it was in a really good condition, though. That's probably why, right? This is 87. So if it was like a nice crispy copy, then I would pay $200 for it. James found it for $2 a couple years ago.
Wow.
A 9.0.
What? That's awesome. See, there's the hope. You have the hope. You can come across it. You never know. That's awesome.
You should crack it open, have it pressed, then send it back. I'm surprised you didn't press it before you sent it. You always press your books, guys, before you send them in for grading. Always. That's a really good find for Goodwill, though. I don't have one near me.
You don't?
No, it's like, well, the closest one probably like 45 minutes away.
Not in like Phoenix? There should be like a...
Yeah, but I'm in like the suburbs. I'm like out, well, it's kind of the suburbs, but I'm kind of far from the city, so there's not a lot out here yet. All right, Sarah, what do you want to tell us about this one?
It's cool. It's, you know, again, this is another like iconic Usagi Yojimbo cover, you know, just again, he's front and center. He's ready to fight. You know, I would, if I could find this book out in the wild, I definitely would snag it up.
Oh, in a heartbeat, man. In a heartbeat. But just be careful, because I mean, I have heard of people buying the second print, not realizing that it's the second, because there's really...
I would still buy second print.
Yeah, but not for first print pricing.
Oh yeah.
You know, you don't...
For Goodwill prices. Goodwill prices.
You have to know those little tiny things. I mean, they make a huge difference in this market. If any of you guys out there are still hunting, I feel like people don't hunt as much as they used to.
Yeah.
That's a different show. I'm glad. That makes me happy. All right. I don't even know if Sarah and I are going to talk on this one. We might just sit back and go ahead, Jen.
So Turtle Soup is from 1987. It's from Mirage publication, right? And I believe it's the first TMNT Usagi meetup. Yes, there's a Donatello book that people talk about, but it's just a pinup in the middle of Usagi. It's not them actually like having a story together. The cover is by Bissetti, Eastman and Laird. And cool side tidbit is that there is a manufacturing error for Tales of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that came out in 1987, number 3, that reprints this story inside by accident. So if you guys come across the Tales of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, number 3, 1987, pop it open, and get this story. It's pretty cool. But yeah,
that's really cool. That's an interesting little tidbit. I like that.
And it's only $10.
Well, this is a good book to hunt, as there isn't an audience hunting for this. And again, maybe they just don't know. I didn't know before you said something. I was like, I remember the cartoon, and I watched that. I'm like, oh wait, she's right. Yeah.
Because the next book we're going to show, I feel like, is typically what people associate with their first meeting, but it happened a year later in 1988. So
yeah, this is an interesting cover too. It kind of like you wouldn't know unless you know, right? If that makes sense. $10 for the raw comic, $20 for a 7.5. That's crazy. I mean, you can't get a book graded for $20, guys. So it's like, if you find a graded book under $30, like under $25, buy it. Especially something like this. Like I can't stress that enough. Every time we do these shows, we'll pull up stats where people forget that they have an auction going, or they have a badly timed auction, and you can get some really nice slabs for ridiculous money. And if you don't know, now you know. Thanks, Anthony. Mm-hmm. Sarah, what do you want to add to this one?
Yeah, you know what? When I saw this cover, I was like, first of all, I didn't even know it was like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles book. And then when I was like, hey, there's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the cover. But this is just a cool cover to have, you know? And especially, again, with these, you know, I've told people that I am a bargain hunter just like Jen. And this is kind of like in the range. So if I could, I would probably pick it up for, you know, $20.50 for a 7.5. That's, you know, easy peasy.
And knowing is half the battle. Amen, Barton. I like that. That's a good point. Always felt like an unofficial turtle book.
But if Eastman and Laird do something turtles, to me, that makes it official.
Oh, of course. I mean, you think Eastman, that's what you think, right? Right off the bat, and Laird, I guess. All right, let's keep cruising. We're moving pretty nicely here.
Mhm.
We're keeping this tight and packed, and hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Make sure you give us a thumbs up if you are. Next up, okay, so this is the one Jen was saying most people identify as the first mashup. Go ahead, Jen.
So Stan Sakai has said that his favorite turtle is oh my god, blue sword.
Donatello.
Yeah, what the heck? That was the worst brain.
Have
thing
you
ever.
watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Jen? Are you familiar?
Yeah, well, it was funny because in a couple of his interviews, he talks about like really liking the turtles and like really liking Donatello. But
I didn't know that was his favorite. That's cool.
But when I think in 2017 or was it 19, when they did another mashup of the Turtles and Usagi, now he's like, before they all had red, it was just their weapons, right? And he had to keep remembering who was what color. Anyway. So yeah, this is number 10 from 1988. And there's a couple printings of this, so you have to check is it indica or indicia? How do you say it?
Which one are you trying to say? Indica?
The inside, we have to see what print it is.
No idea. Spell it for me.
I've never heard that term before.
Indicia?
I'm thinking indica, but my mind's in another place. I'm pretty sure you mean indica. Is that what you're trying to tell me right now?
Wait, Leonardo! Oh my god! I was like,
what?
Donatello, but it's Leonardo. Oh my god!
Wait, who is his favorite? Which one?
The one with the sword.
Now I'm so confused right now.
Oh my god!
Donatello is purple with a stick, said Brandon Barton.
Yeah.
Leonardo. So
darn it.
It's okay.
No, it's the stupid squirrels in this new place that I live.
Are you sure it's not ferrets? It might be ferrets.
It might be ferrets.
Squirrels. We've seen them because they peek in sometimes, and then the cats go crazy and the dog goes crazy.
I don't like squirrels. They're just rats in cuter outfits, right? Their little fluffy tails acting all adorable. No, they're not. They're mean too. I had a squirrel attack me at Yosemite. Another show. All right, continue, Jen. It's okay. You're here.
No, but I'm tired and I just said the wrong thing like so many times.
You're fine. It's fine.
Check the printing. The story is by Peter Laird. And it's they meet. What?
Sarah and I were like, we're just gonna give her a second. Just regroup. You got this. Regroup.
I need more.
Let's take a deep breath. Everybody just take a drink. We got this. It's all good.
Cheers.
Okay, what are you drinking, Sarah?
I took all like 3 Costco slushies, like the vodka slushies, and I put it in my little wine.
Dude, those things are like freaking powerful. The slushy, like are you talking about like the grown up Otter Pops?
Yeah.
No, those will knock me on my Indicia.
Yes.
There we go. Squirrels equal activists. I like that. Whoa. Jen, the one with the swords. Laura, Donatello. Anthony's making fun of me. How did he get control? He seized my controls just to make fun of me. You guys know I'm not a huge turtle fan. I never have been. Sarah's like, what? I live in the country and we have birds and slushies.
Dang right. You betcha. I live in Wisconsin. That's it. Birds, drinks, foxes, cheese. That's it. That's all we have.
That's how you define the country.
Pretty much.
I want to move to the country, man. That sounds great. Yes, Jen.
We're going to do a Stan Sakai spotlight. And I'll make sure to write down all the information and it'll be super mega accurate instead of me. Yeah.
Guy's on right now. So this is Guy right here. Nice. Guy was like definitely one of their ringers. He redrew my llama for me. You guys.
No, don't show it.
I'm not going to show it. Chad
Okay.
Cave was like, I watched that part and I think he said he almost shit a chicken. Were his exact words. So To go back. You left out the Packers, Sarah. You got the Packers.
Oh yeah, go Packers. Go Packers. You want to say it in my Wisconsin accent? You betcha. Go Packers.
Go Packers. That was pretty good. Go Packers. I'm Sarah.
Yeah.
Got my Costco slushies. Go Packers.
Yep.
Next
It's
up.
all good.
Usagi Yojimbo #1. This is a signing tour variant. Jen, do you want to tell us how people came across this?
Actually, Matt from Cover Price let us know about this one. It's from 2019. I had a really hard time trying to find one. I kind of regret that I didn't know about this signing tour and I missed out on it.
Yeah.
I could find he had art prints available for different places he was visiting that he was selling, but I can't. Yeah, I couldn't.
No.
This is gonna be a tough one.
$175 raw. We don't have any graded info yet. Somebody out there is probably getting this graded though, right? Well, from 2019, you would think it'd be back by now, but you never know.
19, right?
Isn't that what I said? What did I say?
I thought you said 17, but I'm trying to
Pretty
drink.
sure I said 2019.
Okay, good.
I would ask Sarah, but I don't think she knows.
No. It's just a cool cover. It's a cool cover. I think you said 2019. That's what
Okay.
I thought I heard. So
Sorry.
I think I did. Yeah, I think we'll just say I did.
yeah.
So if anybody out there has this is a nice one. This is a harder to come by. I mean, definitely had to be there to get this and grab it. And are there any on eBay right now?
I think people are, when they label it, I have to try a couple different ways of saying it.
Yeah, you're probably right, Nomad. They're too busy grading keys to send this in. But I'm sending in a bunch on this next batch that aren't necessarily keys. It's just stuff I like. No, I don't know. Anthony's such an ass. Nearing Nirvana, we think we know stuff about things. Exactly. No, we know most of it, smart ass. You sponsor us. All right, so let's keep going. Next up, we have, hey, Anthony, did you know this is a Peach Momoko cover? No, he didn't know.
Did you guys know when this came out in July so this came out in 2020. In July of 2020, this was going for $500.
What?
And it originally
Why?
sold, because this is a San Diego Comic-Con from 2020, limited to 200. Sold for, if you bought it when it went live for IDW San Diego Comic-Con, it was $10. Shortly after, people went freaking cuckoo nuts, 500. Now it's 2022, and it is now 9.8.
FOMO, baby, at its best. That FOMO will cause that. What does Mel call it? That initial FOMO wave where people just go crazy trying to buy these things and then they come back down. That's crazy. $500 for this. But limited to 200, I mean, that gives it some value too. That's a really 500 raw. 500 raw, Jen?
Yeah.
And that's true. Andrew has a good point. That was at the beginning of the Peach craze because Peach Momoko went nuts. Anything Momoko went nuts back then. So it still kind of does. I feel like it's kind of cooling a little bit, but her stuff is still pretty solid. All right. So now we're looking at 145. Why is there an asterisk?
It's been more than a few months raw. So, but why would you, it makes more sense to spend the 124 for 9.8.
Yeah, agreed. Unless you're just really not into slabs, but I think most people that are collecting this type of stuff. Yeah, the Peach Frenzy did kind of die down a bit, but there was a few months there was everything. The name changes. Good to have you in. Sorry you're dipping out. We're about to do the giveaway here. So, okay. Sarah, what's your take on this?
First of all, I thought there was like a little guy on his shoulder, but then I just realized that's a mask, isn't it?
It does look like a little creature just perched on his shoulder, though. I thought
Yeah.
that too at first. You gotta take a double take.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, it's kind of like hit or miss with Peach. Like sometimes she does really cool stuff. Sometimes she's like, it's kind of like, what the heck? I'm kind of like indifferent on this one. The next one that we're gonna show, that's the one I like versus these two. But yeah, it's all right.
For $500, I would be like, no. Oh,
Yeah.
wait. I'm trying to think of my favorite Momoko. Oh, I don't know. They all kind of like blend together in my head. The Oni mask. Yep. All right. So the next one, this is the one I think we'll all kind of agree is probably the stronger of the two Momokos. This one just seems so serene. This is a what, Jen? This is
Usagi Yojimbo Wanderer's Road from New York Comic Con 2020. Also limited to 700.
okay. So we're seeing a big jump here. So you went from a 200 print run on this one, Momoko. Oh, and Nomad, I agree. This isn't Peach's typical style. There's like too many hard lines, I guess, to really identify it as a Momoko. But I guess this one has it too. But at least there's that watercolor background that kind of identifies her a little bit. $20 for the raw. We don't have any graded info. I think it's just very peaceful. I like when you can look at a piece of work and it's not only evergreen, but it also induces some sort of feeling or emotion. And this one does. What do you think, Sarah?
Yeah, I agree. It definitely has that serene cover to it. That it's peaceful. I could see where he's just kind of sitting, looking out, reflecting on whatever adventure he's going to go on next. So, yeah, I think this is a really. But it's funny is I wouldn't know this was Peach Momoko.
It's different than what you see with her. Like I feel like with Momoko, you kind of get like a lot more of that. More of the watercolor feel to it, where the Z's feel more strategically placed and everything's kind of where it's supposed to be. With watercolor, it's not so much that way. Hold on a second, though. There was somebody that had a comment up here. Going a little off. So Yee's going to MegaCon, and he's going to take some of my art germ books to get signed. I'm really excited about that. So thank you to Yee. I told him like you're like the only person I could trust with these. I sent him some good ones too. Yay. Jen, you don't seem excited about my.
I am excited. I'm just doing this. This is coffee ice cream with cold espresso on top.
Coffee, ice cream, and more coffee, basically.
Espresso.
You need like some Baileys mixed in.
There you go.
No, because that makes me more sleepy. I'm trying to.
Why do you want to be awake? Isn't it like 9 o'clock in wherever you're at?
Yeah.
For you guys.
No, it's 7 for me.
No, but I want to be awake for you guys.
Oh. You're going to be awake all night.
Right. She's doing it for the chat.
The llama was emotion inducing. Okay, llama was perfect. All right. Anything to add to this one, girls, before we keep going? Guys, if you were just joining, we are covering Usagi Yojimbo. This is our comic book women show we do every Tuesday. And as you can tell, it's a panel of all women, members of the community that, enjoy comics just like you do. So make sure you give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and share us out. If you're like, oh, I want to get my girlfriend or my daughter or my wife or whoever into comics, send them our way. This is a very welcoming chat. Everybody here is super respectful and kind. And yeah, we have a good group here. Moving on. This one I think is killer. I love this cover. And for $12, I'm going to be on the hunt as soon as this show ends. So this is a 1 in 10, I believe, by Jennifer Myers. Yes?
Yep.
All right. Jen, elaborate.
So Usagi Yojimbo number 18 from 2021. You can find this for around ratio. I absolutely love the use of color and the way she makes the water. This doesn't sound stupid, but she makes the water look wet.
It doesn't sound stupid. That's true.
I mean, but water is anyway. She did thumbs up.
Well said.
Right?
I completely agree. Sarah, would you like to elaborate on that description? I mean, if you have anything to add to that, because she kind of covered it, but go ahead.
Yeah, like what Jen. No, I'm just kidding. I was gonna say what Jen said.
Yes, good. Look, water.
2 thumbs up. Yeah, I really like this cover. I think what's really cool is this is a different look for Usagi. You know, we usually see, you know, Sakai's, you know, typical covers that we've seen. This is totally different, and he's a cute little bunny rabbit. Like, you know, he's not hard. He's, you know, cute, and you got the flowing koi, and it's just beautiful. It's gorgeous.
This is when they were grabbing artists that specialized in rabbits. Is he being sarcastic or is he being serious? Did Jennifer Myers specialize in rabbits? Yeah, I can't tell with your message if you're being sarcastic or not. I mean, she makes the water look wet. Yeah. She has nothing. She can't. The water looks wet, you guys. No, it's beautiful. The colors are vibrant. There is still that translucent look to the water, which makes it feel like it has that movement it needs to have. Although those are koi fish, and I got bit by one. Again, another show. Have you ever put your finger in a koi fish pond? Don't. Wouldn't recommend it. They bite, and it hurts real bad. Anyway. $12.96 for the raw comic. Worth it. This is just a beautiful one, guys. And that's a little above ratio, which is reasonable. So my daughter watched your show with pressable defects last Friday. She was highly entertained. Good. we like to hear that. All right.
We could do better. We'll do better. We've normally done better.
Again, you were tired. Lucy had an infant, and I was a little tipsy. If we bring our A game, I mean, Matt, Jay, and Guy together equal like half of one of us, right? Half.
No, I would say that.
3/4?
No, I think us at our best, it would be a really good like showdown. It'd be like, who's gonna, and then us with what happened. I'm also still physically tired from the move, and I'm done unpacking. So give me a month, and I think I'll be normal after a month.
All right. Well, if you say so. No, I know. I am saying that I get attacked by animals a lot. The one in Yosemite, though, had been like, I feel like conditioned to want to attack people. It was like waiting in the bushes. Yeah, it was like this mean squirrel, though. Like it had this look in its eyes, like it was hunting. Anthony will tell that story another time. But then the koi fish, I was like, oh, fish. And so I put my finger in, and I guess I thought it was food, and one like clamped. It was so, yeah.
Don't you know you're not supposed to stick your fingers and things?
But the water looked wet. The water looked wet, and I couldn't resist. Right. The water was wet, and I was like, I had to feel it to make sure it was wet, right, Jen?
Oh, Awesome Sauce, Usagi Yojimbo number 18 from 2021. Retail incentive. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Moving on. Okay, tell us about this, because I was not familiar, and I'm a huge fan of the artist, and I didn't put one and one together. So tell us what this is.
Okay, so Usagi Yojimbo, Lone Goat, and Kid from 2022, number 1. This is how do you say his name again?
John Jang.
It's a retailer exclusive. It looks like it was split between a couple of different shops. I think Frankie's and Golden Apple. I don't know what I don't know the print run on it though.
This is not like, I would never have known this was John's. And if you guys aren't aware, we work with him a lot. He's a really great guy, great artist. This is not his typical style. He did our Alice Ever After book. Remember where like Alice is coming out of the mouth of the Cheshire Cat? This is like Pictionary again, Jen, remember? But this is so simplistic. It's so beautiful. It's very reminiscent of, I don't remember the art style, but there's an art style for this. Somebody in the chat will remember. Yeah, this is a nice piece. It looks like a piece of just artwork you'd want to hang up. $48.90 for the raw. We don't have any graded information. Sarah, what would you like to add?
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I like the Lone Goat and Kid is kind of playing off of Lone Wolf and Cub. I kind of like that title. And then also I think you and I are on the same page, Laura, with the style. It's
not watercolor. It's something else, smartass.
No, it's an ancient.
Yeah.
I have it in my note. Ancient art of Japanese ink painting, and it's similar to Japanese calligraphy. And I can't think. I know
There's
what
a
the term
special
is.
brush for it, right? Like you have to use a special.
Yeah, it's like a long brush, and it's very delicate the way they apply the ink to the paper. So.
I'll be Jen. Paintbrush.
Sure.
Are you thinking paintbrush? Long paintbrush.
It's wet.
Long wet paintbrush.
But yeah, it's a Japanese term. I was gonna write it down and try to say it. So, but yeah, that's what I got out of it. It's just gorgeous. And that's kind of going with that kind of like what Jen was talking about, the whole where Sakai Ganzai?
No. All right, go ahead.
It's like Sagai or something.
Use
I
your
don't
words.
know Japanese. I don't know Japanese. I only know a couple words in Japanese, and that's it.
There is a style. We just know that.
Yeah,
we know that.
Yeah. But I think that what's cool is how this kind of intertwines with Sakai's integration of Japanese culture in the Usagi books. And so I think this is really cool that you have this Japanese style of painting and Usagi Yojimbo connected. Ta-da!
Did you guys know that Usagi's been translated into around 12 different languages? And I don't know if it's changed in the past 5 to 7 years, but there was a time when it wasn't translated into Japanese. So I don't know if it's been translated since then.
But I did not know that.
Yeah. So Usagi's been translated into at least 12 different languages. It's pretty cool, but the Japanese rarely translate a Western comic into like Japanese.
I like it when comic books do that too, because it's just one more way to kind of blur the borders, so to speak, and connect us across the globe to something that we can all read, relate to. It's a good way to build community. I think that's pretty freaking cool.
But does anyone know if it's been translated since then? Because the article I found was like 5-7 years old. So I'm curious if it's been translated since then.
Haven't heard anything in the chat yet. Japanese variants, they're thinking like looky face. I don't know.
Well, like translated into Japanese. So yeah, you can find Usagi books translated into. Dang it! It's 12 different languages. So
yeah, Rob would know. Rob, is there? You're a foreign comics guy.
Is there a Usagi Yojimbo comic that's been translated into Japanese?
While we're waiting for that, make sure you guys sub the channel and give us a thumbs up. Because, yeah, it should have been translated into Japanese. Yes, Filipino. Should have been translated into Japanese.
Japanese.
Yes. I don't know yet. We'll see. Rob's on the bat signal. We need to know about foreign comics. We're calling you, Rob. Let us know in the chat. We'll put it up in a second. So we want to end the show. Actually, we're not ending the show because we still have a giveaway. So don't go anywhere yet. But we wanted to bring something to light before we call it for the night. Kind of a powerful little message here. Comics for Ukraine. What is this about, Jen?
So in researching and deep diving more into Usagi, I came across that Stan Sakai is doing an original short story with Usagi for Comics for Ukraine, Sunflower Seeds. And I was like, what's this? And I started looking more into it. And you have creators like Alex Ross, Arthur Adams, Dave Johnson. I always say his name wrong. Bill
Sinkovich.
Say it again?
Sinkovich.
The guys from Astro City, Chu, Walter Simonson, Joe Dusko, all these great creators are putting into this. I think it's a 12 by 9 by. Dang it! It's not. It's bigger than a normal comic size, and it's just to Oh,
to
man.
bring awareness to this cause. So you have 4 different covers. You have 1 hardcover and 3 soft covers. They offer like a variation of what you guys can buy. Signed editions, there's art prints, there's t-shirts. As you can see, Alex Ross did that left-hand cover, which is just absolutely beautiful. And yes, 62 Left Blues. This is on Zoop. If you look in the description of the show, we included the link so that you guys can kind of click over and head that direction. I think today is the last day, correct, Jen?
So as of 7:30 p.m. Central, there was 30 hours left. It's up to $137,892 with 1,127 supporters.
Wow.
I'm definitely I'm gonna get a soft cover. I'm just trying to figure out which one. Arthur Adams it's not done yet, but he drew the pencil sketches for it.
Okay.
I'm leaning towards that one.
I would go with Bill. I like his stuff, but that's just me. Alex Ross is strong too, but that's just my opinion.
It's for a good cause, and it's so many different like people from the comic book industry getting involved. I kept thinking like, why more people aren't talking about it? Because it's just so cool. But
Sienkiewicz is his Twitter handle for people having trouble pronouncing it. That's actually funny, Omar. I like that. Yeah, it is a good cause, and we're not bringing this up for spec. This is just if you want to donate to the cause and get a book out of it, this is a good way to do it. You have a few hours left to head over there, and if you want to, there are signed book options. Yes, there are signed book options. There's art prints. There's T-shirts. It's a good cause. Yeah, we don't usually. We're not gonna get political on this. We're just letting you guys know we're bringing awareness to this, and if you wanna do it, here you go. Sarah, do you have anything to add on this?
I agree. I love these covers. I really like that Alex Ross. It's a definite statement piece. Whether it's political or not, it's a huge statement piece. So if I would get that one for sure.
The David versus Goliath.
Yep. I like that the pants of the larger person in the back is red, and then you have kind of like the cape of the Ukraine flag on the smaller guy. Yeah, it's a definite statement piece.
Do they explain where the money goes? So 100% of the proceeds are going back to Ukrainian refugees. I'm not sure what the exact organization is.
Wait, they had it. I made a note of it somewhere.
Because that's a good question. You guys don't want to just donate to something just because it says it's going somewhere. Again, I'm not trying to get too political, but there's been numerous cases of that happening where you think you're supporting something and it goes somewhere else. So educate yourselves and ask questions. That's a great question.
Dang it.
Want me to look it up, Jen?
Yeah, but I think I can't split my internet.
Sorry, my keyboard is loud. Deal with it.
Being donated to the Ukrainian refugees. There's a supposed. I can't find the name of the.
All right.
So I took screenshots because my phone. Because I just moved here, I found out that if I have my phone Wi-Fi going, it makes this lag.
It says, with the exception of hard costs, including printing, credit card fees, and marketing, all of the funds raised by Comics for Ukraine Sunflower Seeds will benefit the relief efforts in Ukraine with partnership with Operation USA. So there you go. Operation USA is where all the funds will be sent to immediately. And you can kind of look into that organization on your own and decide if that's something you want to support. So there you go. Yeah. Okay. Before we call it for the night, since you guys are awesome, before I get to that, I wanted to do a quick shout out to Uncle Anthony. We just launched this book. So this is our Do a Power Bomb #1 by Ivan Tao. Apparently it's the wrestler meets Dragon Ball Z. If you have not gone out and bought this, please do. We definitely appreciate all the support we can get from all of you guys. And Ivan Tao's a badass. And the story's supposed to be really neat. It's a #1. So that just went on sale. Tomorrow night, I am thrilled to announce that we got a Cal New cover. And I think this is absolutely stunning. This is not me being biased. I just think his line work here is beautiful. Really, really good job on rendering those gold metal details. So this goes on sale tomorrow night. You guys know I'm biased, but I love the use of light in any of these type things, and I love it when a piece is evergreen, which this is. So that's tomorrow night. If you're not sure when stuff goes on sale and you're like, well, Laura, how do I know? Make sure that you go to our site and subscribe to our text line. You'll get a text from us every time we drop something. And I've already made this very well known. If you respond to the text, it goes directly to mine and Ant's work cell numbers. So be careful with what you respond. We've got some interesting responses, but yeah, so that's going to be on sale tomorrow night. And again, we're very, very honored to have worked with him. It's one of my favorites. So yeah. Who wants to do a giveaway? Jen does. You can't participate, Jen.
I'll do it. I participate. I'll participate.
And yes, we do have a Zoo or Zoo Venom #1 on our site as well. I mean, we do a lot of stuff. So this is the one I think Chad King just bought. So it matches the tattooed for the Catwoman that we did earlier. That one went on sale as well. This is Josh Burns' first DC cover. So if you guys are familiar with Josh Burns, he used to do a lot of Vampirella and Red Sonja. We got him on a DC cover. This is, Castlevania. I never played this. Are you guys familiar with it? But that's
I see it. Yeah.
Castlevania homage. Anthony was really into those. Check this one out. So this was done by Mike Choi. This guy's painted, which is kind of neat. I was nerding out on that. We have The Good Boy over here by Alan Qua that just went on sale last week. And I am done plugging myself. That sounds bad. All right. Tonight's word is Usagi. And if you start typing it into the chat, you will be entered. The giveaway is going to be for Usagi Yojimbo Origins Volume 2. This will ship on the house of Bird City Comics, our sponsor. So start typing it in the chat and you will be in the running. Woo! It's pretty thick here too.
A good reading recommendation, if you don't win the giveaway, is Grass Cutter. Again, he spent a long time doing research into it. Stan Sakai has won Eisner Awards, American Library Association Award, numerous awards. I think getting either that book or Grass Cutter be a cool gift for a new Usagi Yojimbo fan.
That would be. I mean, I think any of these trades are always a good starting point if you need to kind of catch up on something. Jen, I'll see if I have extras for you.
Yay.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is some good stuff. I'm trying to see what volumes it includes. 7 through 12, I think. But yeah, we'll ship that out. And you know me, I always like to throw in a little extra something on our giveaways. I'll give you guys about a minute to keep on typing that word in. In the meantime, Sarah, where can we find you? What are you doing? What are you up to?
Well, you can find me on Instagram. I'm always posting my collection, when I go out for the hunt and if I pick up some cool stuff. And I'm also selling on Whatnot. Just did a show last weekend. I'm going to take the next 2 weekends off. I've got family coming this week. And then I might be heading to Jen's area in 2 weeks. So
Nice.
Yeah, might do some shopping.
You guys should meet up. You guys should meet up at a store or something. That'd be really cool.
Yeah. We've been talking about it. Jen's just busy. She's a busy woman.
Well, the comic store I worked for also moved when I moved.
Mm-hmm.
So I had dose moves in a small amount of time. So, but let me know. I can try to.
Yeah.
Very good. So you guys heard her. Follow SheGeek78 on Instagram and Whatnot. She is a reputable seller. We back her 100%. And Jen is also going to start hopefully doing Whatnot shows again here soon once she settles.
I think I might start selling at a local flea market on Sundays.
That'd be fun.
Because the move, that was a bad move.
Yeah.
It was a lot of boxes. It was 95 short boxes, not including trades and pops and toys and superhero t-shirt clothing. So this is the year of,
Are you going to let it go? Are you going to release?
Not everything.
Purge? Are you gonna
No,
purge
no,
all
no,
of it?
no, no, no.
I am downsizing because I don't want to do that move again. That was bad.
Moving's rough. It's like they say the most stressful thing aside from like divorce and losing a loved one. So
Is it?
yeah, like when Anthony and I moved into this house, like we almost killed each other multiple times. It was rough.
You didn't even move that far.
It wasn't like the physical moving part. It was more just like having to do open houses, and the stress of it all was just like
Gosh.
it was rough, man. And Anthony and I are solid, but when we were about to kill each other during that whole thing. Okay, anyway, on that note, let's do a giveaway. So guys, whoever gets the winning name here, make sure that you direct message at Bird City Comics on Instagram. That way Anthony will know who to package this up for, and we'll get it sent out tomorrow. Wookie Fanatic _19.
Congratulations.
You are the winner. Congrats. I will get this sent out tomorrow. Send me your information, even if you think I already have it, because otherwise I'll forget. So just DM us, and then I'll take it from there. And let's go back over to here. Again, check out Cover Price using your code Nirvana14 for 30 days of their unlimited membership for 99 cents. And check out Bird City Comics. We dropped Ivan Tao tonight, and that seems like a really cool, fun little #1. And tomorrow, so excited to drop our Cal New. So yeah, if you guys could come out and support us on that release, it would mean the world to us. And you get an awesome cover. Like, I'm very, very happy with how that turned out. So shout out to them. Sarah, thank you again for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's always fun.
You're a pleasure. Like you know your stuff. You come on here. You're perfect. We enjoy having you. And Jen, I will see you on Friday for Nearing Nerdvana. I think we're going to have, actually, I don't even know what our schedule is for that day, but I think we're going to have a couple special guests on. So check us out this Friday at 6:30 or 9:30 Eastern Standard Time for another fun show. And of course, giveaways. All right, that's it for us tonight. Jen, anything to add? She's like, no, we're done. I'll leave you with this. The water looks wet.